南無妙蓮華経。南無妙蓮華経。南無妙蓮華経。Thank you and good morning. Good morning to everyone. I really enjoyed the chanting the Lotus Sutra and Daimoku together with all of you this morning. I'm sorry, but someone interrupted our service by making a phone call on this phone. I don't know who it was. I will check later. So anyway, if you disturbed the connection, I'm very sorry. But I see that we are still connected. And so, thank you very much. I noticed today that we have people who have, the past few days, we have people who are here not only from Italy, but also France and Belgium, Germany, Spain, Portugal, the UK, even Mexico and the USA. We are truly fortunate to be able to have so many Dharma friends and also to be able to come together and celebrate our faith together frequently. Thank goodness for this miracle called the internet and Zoom and all the different other conveniences. Even though we are still in the month of February, the coldest month of the year, it seems that spring has already come to visit us. It's come a bit early. Normally at the end of every winter and the beginning of spring, I will take a small stroll in the temple garden of Renkoji and I check the trees, shrubbery and bulbs for the first pale green buds which began poking their noses out from under their wintry covers. So what has been a sadly barren and lifeless garden for so long throughout the winter, now slowly awakens from its long slumber as it crawls out of bed, stretching and coming back to life, just like what we do in the morning, every morning. Gently and oh so quietly, as if tiptoeing, oh so delicately, as to not wake the others. The crocus, the saffron, and bluebells began to pop their heads out from under the frigid ground. But alas, the garden has been awakened, and its eyes began to open, followed by the blooming of fragrant hyacinths and tulips. Then, in a more bolder manner, the apricot trees burst into bloom, like trumpeting swans, with their dark pink flowers, announcing that spring has truly arrived, while hearkening more flowers to follow them in tune. As the apricot gracefully takes a bow as it completes its debut, the almonds, cherries, peaches, and wisteria come forth in concert. Soon the entire garden is alive with color and fragrance. From a long cold winter, the trees which had remained oh so barren now begin to host the arrival of birds which return to the garden and fill it with song. It seems as though everything has come back to life, bringing with it much color and a sense of joy. Recalling the words of our founder, Nichiren Daishonin, when he said, "Winter never fails to turn into spring." Even though we may experience hardship, worry, or even depression, especially during these times of COVID, through remembering Nichiren Daishonin's words, based on the profound concept of Mujo, that is, nothing remains as it is forever, and is constantly changing. And as we sincerely chant the Daimoku and the Lotus Sutra every day, our lives too can come forth again, be transformed and awakened from its long slumber to that of living in satisfaction, serenity, stability, and enhanced with insight, understanding, and appreciation. We have discussed many times before that Myoho Renge Kyo is the heart of all the Buddha's teachings and enlightenment. It is the culmination of a lifetime of the Buddha's preaching and contains all his teachings from the first time he first attained enlightenment. So when you chant Namo Myoho Renge Kyo, you are not only chanting the heart of the Lotus Sutra, but you are also chanting the heart of all Buddhism and the very reason why the Buddha appeared in this world. In the Ryokuryoshu, a portion from the Homenpon, chapter 2 of the Lotus Sutra states, all the Buddhas, the world-honored ones, appear throughout the world because they wish to open the gates of the Buddha's knowledge, sensibility and awareness to all living beings and purify them. They appear in the world because they want to show all living beings the Buddha's insight. They appear in the world solely because they desire to lead all living beings in obtaining the awakening of the Buddha. They appear in the world only because they wish to cause all living beings to enter the path of the Buddha's enlightenment. Shariputra, this is the one and only great purpose for which the Buddhas appear in our worlds. Contrary to other sutras which say that you must first plant good roots before you can reap the benefit of Buddhism, of its faith and practice, the practice of the Lotus Sutra instead simultaneously plants the good roots and opens up the enlightenment in your life. This is one of the meanings of Myoho, which means to open up. Okay? It is precisely the enlightened heart of the Buddha that we are chanting. Nichiren Daishonin taught us in his writing Ueno Ama Gozen Gohenji, reply to the nun, Lady Ueno, the merits of all other sutras are uncertain because they teach that one must first plant good roots and only afterwards can one become a Buddha. However, in the case of the Lotus Sutra, when one takes it in one's hand, that hand at once becomes a Buddha. And when one chants it with one's mouth becomes enlightened. It is like the moon being reflected in the water the moment it appears above the eastern mountains, or like a sound and its echo occurring simultaneously. So, I'll just take a break from my prepared talk. So what this means is that the Lotus Sutra is so powerful that in any way it touches our life, it leaves an impact on our life. It enlightens every aspect of our life. So as I said, if I take the Lotus Sutra and I touch it with my hands, my hand becomes enlightened. If I chant it, my mouth becomes enlightened. But let's go further than that. Since I'm chanting the Lotus Sutra, my ears hear the enlightened words of the Buddha. And so my ears also become enlightened. And that sound of the Buddha's words go inside my body. And so it also into my heart and my mind. And so as a result, my heart and my mind also become enlightened. While I'm sitting, holding the Lotus Sutra and chanting in front of the Mandala Gohonzon, I'm using all my body to chant. So in that way, all my body becomes enlightened. This is the miracle of the Lotus Sutra. Everything it touches brings forth enlightenment. So the Buddha once often asked himself, what when I do it will lead to my long-term well-being and happiness? Well, a wise monk once taught me that shifting your focus from being egocentric, which also means becoming dependent upon the positions and possessions one has accumulated, to that of a human being of conscious energy woven from the threads of the universal wisdom of the wonderful Dharma of Myoho Renge Kyo, will have a very profound effect on your mind, your heart, and your entire being. In the Yokuryoshu, the Buddha continues pointing out that the triple world is filled with the constant sufferings of birth, old age, disease, and death. They are like flames raging endlessly. However, I have already left that burning house of the triple world. I am serene and calm, like being in a quiet refuge in the forest. When it becomes clear that the reason you want to live your life is so that you can truly express your full creative potential, you will probably wish to change your chemistry and physiology. That is, when you identify your unique talents and commit to using them in the service of others, you strengthen your immune system. When you decide that exercising regularly and preparing balanced meals is an enjoyable experience, you improve your overall health, including your cardiovascular system, your circulation, and even lowering your blood pressure. Your perceptions, interpretations, and even expectations in life influence every aspect of your mental and physical health and well-being. Shifting your perspective, therefore, and making new choices provides you with powerful tools to change your life. Deeply pondering this concept, then what problem cannot be truly overcome? All of us come from different backgrounds and many different experiences. Our understanding of life and Buddhism also varies. However, one thing we should all never, ever forget is what the Buddha and his disciple, the great Bodhisattva Nichiren Daishonin, consistently taught us. That by chanting Namu Myoho Renge Kyo, it is the one path to attain enlightenment in this lifetime, in one's present form, just exactly as we are. And it is for each and every one of us, and for all the people throughout the age of Mappo, the latter day, the Dharma. If sometimes you feel that Buddhism is difficult for you and you cannot remember everything, just again remember the words from the Lotus Sutra that taught us that the only thing the Buddha and Nichiren Daishonin wants is to lead each and every one of us to enlightenment and enrich our lives with all the very same qualities of life as the Buddha himself. So as we welcome the spring, and just like the early buds and flowers encouraged all the other plants and trees in the garden to awaken from their wintry slumber, let us too encourage each other to chant the Odaimoku more, learn about Buddhism, and especially the Lotus Sutra, so that all of us, one by one and step by step, can make progress every day in deepening and strengthening our Buddhist faith and practice. So as soon as the current health situation improves and permits us to travel freely once again and resume a normal life, I look forward to having all of you come back home at Renkoji Temple. I wait for you. I give you a big hug as soon as you get in the door. Okay? Thank you so much. I wish you a very wonderful Friday. Please remember that for Renkoji Temple, we will be participating in the 24-hour Odaimoku chanting. So at 1 p.m. it is now almost 11. So in 2 hours we will meet again and we will chant the Odaimoku together for 1 hour. So that together with all the other temples of Nichiren Shu, we can support the people of our world and help to cure our world of all of its maladies. Okay? So thank you so much, and I'll see you again in 2 hours. Namu Myoho Renge Kyo. Namu Myoho Renge Kyo. Namu Myoho Renge Kyo. Thank you. Thank you. Good day to you all. Bye bye.